Hello everyone, welcome to our back strengthening class today. We will begin standing with the feet a little bit wide, open toes parallel, nice tall stance, deep breath. We'll do simple warm up with the palm tree vinyasa. We're breathing deep, moving steady. To strengthen the back the most amount, it's ideal to keep the hips square. Now if the hips and knees are turning a bit, that's not a huge problem unless you have very sore knees. But if you keep the hips very square, you work the back muscles a lot more. You may not stretch as far, but you do stretch, you do build circulation. That's the main focus of this exercise. And you increase the amount of muscle tone by squaring the hips in your back. So, apropos to today's theme, the back strengthening, we'll do a couple more rounds. We're still breathing. And when you're done with the rounds, let's go ahead and take our first chair. So we're going to do a prayer chair. So bring the hands to heart, lift the chest into the hands, and bend the knees a little. And if it feels good, bend more. And if you like, you can bring the arms up part way, or you can get a deeper lift, which is going to really strengthen your back. The higher you lift the arms, the more you're going to engage the shoulders and upper back. So we're sitting deep into the chair, and then take a downward dog. Heads down, hips are high. And knees down. Lengthen the spine. Roll the back. And continue. Very good. Release all the way down. Reach back through the feet. And inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, release. And again, inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, release. We'll do 3 more. Use the core and lift. We'll be in the plank. Plank does use some strength in your back, but mostly it's the front of the core that's working. But it is good to use the front of the core after strengthening the back of the core for counterbalance. We'll briefly do plank and then down dog. Lift the hips high. Knees down again. Lower all the way. Reach back to the feet. And now we're going to do a set of the simple cobra, but with the hands lifting. So that's going to increase the back strength, lifting of the hands. When you're first developing some strength, you just lift a little bit. And then interestingly enough, the stronger you get, the more you're lifting and opening the chest. So the pose, the movement, becomes a flexibility exercise as well as a strengthening exercise. And when you've done 5 or more, we'll relax, maybe wiggle the hips a bit. Sometimes the glutes and low back are a little bit stuck in a tense pose, so we'll do that. Come back to a nice plank. The legs are very firm, passing through here briefly, then a downward dog. And knees down. Lower all the way. Reach back through the feet. Okay, so we're going to do another set of the easy cobras, but this time a complex one with the hands behind the head. Now this can be intense on the neck and upper back, so you can do a basic form like we just previously did. Otherwise, we'll do 5 lifts, the hands behind the head. It's a lot more strengthening. Very good. Come back to a nice plank position. The legs are very, very strong. And then downward dog. And let's go ahead and walk or hop up to the top of the mat. Come into a half lift position, strong back, and then fold. And do that a couple more times. Half lift, maybe bend the knees. You really want to tone through the back. And fold. Half lift. And fold. Pass through half lift, maybe bend the knees, straight back lift, arms up. Arms come up. Sustain. Work on setting the shoulders, drawing in the abs. Now lift the heels. And then heels down. Arms relax. Okay, now this next one is a little bit more of a challenging pose. You can do it in a simple way though. So we're gonna step the right foot forward just a tap. And then lean the body and lift the leg like a tipping scale. So you wanna lean and lift the back leg evenly. And if you can, you go to parallel to the ground with the torso and the leg, but you can just do it very slightly like I was showing at first. So do that. And then come up. And then shift the weight back onto the left foot and do the airplane pose, or its variation of what's called warrior three. So part way or eventually till their torso and leg is parallel. And you're breathing all the while. And come up. Arms lift, neutral spine, or draw in the abs. Tone and gentle back bend a little bit. Down dog, fold down, walk back. Plank, top of the push-up. And then release all the way down. Inhale. Simple cobra with the legs lifted. I'm sorry, cobra locust. So do reps of the simple locust. In the first school of yoga, I learned this. They called it cobra boat or cobra locust. It's like cobra with the body, locust with the legs. And lower down, again, maybe wiggle the hips a bit. Just give the body some rest. Arms back, and now do variations with the arms back. Lifting and opening. Repeating. And when you're complete, place the hands back alongside the chest. Use the core and lift back into the plank. The legs are firm, 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 and active. Downward dog. And one more plank. Knees down, lower all the way. And we'll do locust with the arms forward. So if you don't have room or you don't like this variation, do the basic. Otherwise, arms forward and then lower. Do that a couple more times. Lift, release, lift, lower, lift. And now we're going to lift and hold. If you need just to take a quick break, that's totally fine. Otherwise, when you're ready, lift and hold, maybe 3 to 5 counts. Very good. Release from that. Come on up, downward dog. And knees down. Lengthen through the spine, extend the right leg, and just lift hip level. And then lift the left arm. It's very good for strengthening the front and back of the core. Do both sides. Switch, release, and then take the left leg up, right arm up. All the while breathing. Very good. And release. Let's go ahead and lower all the way down. And inhale to cobra. Take a breath or two here. Exhale, release. Switch to a sphinx. And if you like, bend the legs. It's going to tone up in the hamstrings, glutes, and back a little bit. And if it's too much muscle tone in your back, then just do the normal sphinx with the legs down. Otherwise, the legs are up, the toes are pointed. You're developing your arches, the flexibility in the front of the ankles, lifting through the sternum by pushing through the forearms. Breathing. And when you're ready, release. Come on down, hands near shoulders. Tuck the chin, roll the cobra. Exhale, release. And then bring the hands even lower and lift to up dog. You lift, the thighs lift, the chest lifts. And exhale, downward dog. Very good. The knees come down. And we'll go ahead and switch to sitting. So you can sit on the heels, or you can sit in a different way for a seated twist. Maybe sit on a lot of cushions, sit cross-legged, or like a one-leg butterfly. Whatever it is you need to twist, we're going to focus on lifting the chest and take that nice twist to the right. And other side. Nice deep twist. Deep breath. And when you're nice and complete, center, legs come out from underneath, hips back. Flex the toes, arms up, sit as tall as you can. And then stretch forward. It's okay if you don't touch the feet or bend the knees to hold the feet, but preferably you're not slouching excessively. You're trying to reach, trying to elongate forward through the front of the body. And when we've done so much back strengthening, usually our forward bend is not like the best it ever was, and that's totally fine. Just enjoy using the forward bend as a method of calming the mind, rather than as an achievement of getting far physically. Very good. Release the forward bend. Roll the femurs in and out a few times. Keep sitting tall. And then sit in the comfortable seat of your choice. The hips back. Relax the arms. Maybe sit on a pillow. We're just going to close the eyes for about a minute here and work on being very calm deep inside. back to the body. We'll conclude our training today with one clearing breath and one Om. So breathe in, let it out, and then take Om. Namaste. Hey, thanks so much for watching, everyone. It really helps if you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and send a drop-in in the links below with donations via Venmo, PayPal, or Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much, and look forward to more practices soon. Ciao.